Whew. That is the sigh of relief when you realize that sin is not the external judgments that they place upon you. It's not because you use these cards. It's not because you are investigating your past about your Egyptian lineage or because you're looking into your ancestors. Da, 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 da. We're focusing on the sin where you are infringing upon yourself, which then allows them to infringe upon you. Four of Swords. This is after the Three of Swords, after the pain. Here it is, the realization. Mission protects against slander and impious people. You're being called into this space, what we would really call hermit mode, to protect yourself against allowing people to come and infringe upon your space. It's not that you will be damned to hell for going out and having fun and doing what it is that you want to do. It's just that make sure you know the consequence of what it is that you're doing, the consequence of your actions. We're opening up to this energy. Again, how are you, like, how do I describe this? God, help me get with it. Help me get with the message. But you're having a realization that sometimes people give you that advice, or you're given that sign to like not go out and do it even though you really want to, because it saves you the time, the effort, the energy, the pain. Save yourself in this instance, okay? How can you save yourself in this instance? Let's see. What's going on here? Oh, by the way, I pre-shuffled. Clarity came out with this crystal ball energy right here. This card here says harvest. This one here says vulnerability. And the card that's right here, the bottom of the deck says contentment. And also, you know what? I'm being guided to show this one. Protect yourself. It's like we're giving a new definition to hermit mode. Hermit mode doesn't mean that you have to shun the world. It just means that you know what you have to do to protect yourself. That's what the past 7 years reading was about. How you allowed others to infringe upon your space, and not to point the blame at you, but to show you this is why we told you not to do it, but you went out and did it anyways because you wanted to be flip. You wanted to be, you just wanted to be right. And that's a part of life. But now it's about to get a whole lot easier because you're realizing that instead of trying to shun spiritual or religious practices that protect you from harm, you're going to embody these things. You're going to realize that it's not about whether you are Buddhist or Muslim or whatever the case may be. All of those beliefs align in the same way. Even people that don't claim a religion, which I myself, I don't claim a religion, even though, yes, I do pray to Jesus. I don't claim a religion because it's not about the religion. It's just that Jesus's practices keep my ass in check. So I'm going to follow that. Let's see. And I know that I have a lot of followers that support me over in India and things, and I don't expect everyone to have the same religious beliefs, but if you get down to the principles of it all, it just keeps us all in check. You know, the coexist sign that has like the Muslim crescent with the star, and then it'll have a cross as the T, like, and it covers a whole lot of different religions and things. Because essentially it's all the same. If we break it down, it's just to protect us from harms of the external world. So we need to stop shunning the basis of religions and take them for what they are. It's like when your parents or your guardians tell you don't do this and you get mad at them, and then you go and do it anyways, and then you get mad again because you should have listened to them. That's what it's about. It's just to help you avoid problems that you bring upon yourself. This is about taking accountability. but in a way that doesn't bring shame or regret or guilt. You didn't know better. Now you do. Or now you're seeing. Ten of Wands, exactly. Humiliating the proud, having to learn the difficulties of that lesson. God doesn't want this for you, but if you go out and do that thing and you get burned a little bit, like we told you not to touch the stove, perfect example, God, perfect example, God. We tell you, don't go out and touch that stove because it's hot, but you want to test the stove anyways, so you get burned. What you do from there is up to you. But that's the testament here is the sin was not touching the stove, but the sin was, you know what? Let's see. Does it burn? Like, the sin was you allowing yourself to get burned. Not that you touched the stove, but because you allowed yourself to be harmed. That's what sin is. At least in this term here. I'm not here to look, y'all. I don't put out these readings and put out this information to try to like indoctrinate the people. I don't give a damn whether you like these readings or not. This is helpful for me, which means that it has to be helpful for someone else too. Okay? I don't care if you don't believe in what I believe in. I'm still going to believe what I believe. But I know that if it helps me, it's got to be helping somebody else too. The card literally says spiritual communication influences religious men, teachers, and men of law. Oh, that's the first time one came out in the reverse today. Ooh, and that's beautiful. It's the Five of Swords that comes out. The desire to know, the acquisition of wisdom. There's nothing, like, even though you did sin against yourself when you went and touched the stove and you got burned, you're not going to be shamed or damned to hell for that either. It's just that you had to learn the hard way. 10 of Wands. This is talking about the energy buildup of telling you not to do something. Five of Swords is like, damn, now I know better. Swords is about knowledge. The Wands is about the energy behind it, the passion or the desire. But now you know. Thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. I only support those that support me. If they don't give the video a thumbs up, if they don't subscribe, this message is not for them. Not even so much about a subscription, but just a thumbs up if you're tuned in. There it is, Ace of Swords, truth. There is some truth in the documents, in the rules, again, that we've been talking about with religion. There's still truth in it. The truth is that if you listen to these things, it will keep you from harm. Affinity and friendship, obtain the friendship of anyone. It's true for anyone. These truths are true for anyone. The number 61 is relevant. That number, I almost put it in the title, but it couldn't fit. Angel number 61 was relevant in the Earth Angel reading. I'll be sure to link all of these readings together in the comment section because you know how these messages flow. If you're new here, our messages are like breadcrumbs leading us to the full loaf or puzzle pieces leading us to the bigger picture. Because all that we know is what we know. The Star, God, the just, clemency and equilibrium, protects against attacks in the courts. Yeah, so this is highlighting again, like, sin is not about like, oh yeah, I'm about to burn in hell for eternity because I didn't touch that damn stove. No. Do I believe that there is a hellish place for people that refuse to change? Absolutely. But that's for those that have an impure heart. There's a difference between someone who just doesn't listen that well and someone who has an impure heart, impure intentions. There's a difference. There's a huge difference. People that go out with the intention to harm versus those that are just hard-headed. There's a huge difference. What else? What else? What else? What else? There we go. Okay, well, I'm not going to take them both because, I only take one at a time, but let's see. The hermit in the world. Thank you. Wasn't I just talking about that? I said hermit. Yeah, contentment. It's like being a hermit of the world, not being like the world. God tells us not to be like the world for a reason. And me using these tarot cards also makes me unlike the world, which also confirms for my spirit that God is not upset with me about my cards. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that. Now, I do ask for God to reveal the truth to me. That has yet to be revealed to me. But God does reveal to me that you need to be mindful of who it is that you're listening to with those damn cards. That's why you have to find your truth, find your refuge, find your solace in it all. So that way you can know what section of the world you belong in. And I don't mean that just to put you in a box. It's more like choosing what section of the world you belong in, so that way you can be free in that area that you choose to be in. These messages will go over the heads of many, but if it doesn't go over your head, we're in alignment, and you just know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. It's about determining your truth and living freely in that, but remembering to protect yourself in that freedom as well. Not being all willy-nilly thinking that you know everything. Like, oh yeah, there ain't no this, there ain't no that, there ain't no punishment, there ain't no God. Okay. I don't have to, what is it? There's something that's like this, I don't have to listen to you, or like that. Just rebels without a cause. That kind of energy versus a rebel with a cause. That kind of energy. There's a difference. Yeah, people that think that they're bigger than God or bigger than the creator or the almighty power. This card literally says God, the highest being, but it's in the reverse here. God humiliating the proud, those that think that they're bigger than God. God above all names elevated. It's literally just spelling itself out right here. And again, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. That's okay. Oh, I just realized in one of the readings, I didn't read that card that I said I was going to read, but I guess it's relevant. It means that it just wasn't meant to be read. We have the Lovers, joy of God. There's that refuge. Listening and realizing what your truth is and sticking to the confounds of that, it brings you peace. And finding like-minded souls and healing vibrations. One more. Howdy, y'all. Thanks for being here. It's 11:11 in California. Oh, wait, no. Someone said in CA 11:11, but where are you, CA? Because it's 11:11 where I'm at. CA. NCA, I don't know. But yeah, current time zone, Eastern time zone. It's 11:11 right now as I'm reading this. Oh, Toronto, Canada. Thank you. Let's see. You see how these cards are taking their time to come out too? That's relevant as well, because before they were just flipping and dipping and shipping and turning. Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands here, the favorable God and the hidden God. Power and divinity is being revealed. Divine power guards against mental troubles. Exactly. That Nine of Swords energy that I talked about. I talked about that, I think, in the last read. I don't know. You just got to watch the flow of the readings. Divine grace cures rage and pestilence, absolves the guilty. This is also some sort of forgiveness being given to you, or something is being gifted to you out of forgiveness or showing you forgiveness. Solace. And we have the world. God, the source of wisdom, fountain of wisdom, gives success in all ventures. Yeah, there's success here. There's some sort of success being gifted based on divine power. to guard and guardance. Basically, you'll be gifted for something to guard yourself against mental troubles. This is the main thing that I'm talking about. In the title, I talked about sin is about what you do to yourself, what you allow to be done to you. Being in that hermit mode or that hidden energy, God doesn't tell us to be like this based on all these religious practices just because he wants to be like mean. It's to protect you. When your parents tell you, don't touch that stove, like we already talked about, but you do it anyways and your ass get burnt, and you're like, damn, okay. Like, it's not to limit your power. It's meant to show you where you should stay within the lines of so that your power can be amplified. It's like we think that going outside of certain bounds will make us more powerful, when in reality, it just makes us lawless. Damn, there's a lot of cards coming out here. Page of Cups. Divine comfort gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. The Queen of Wands energy came out again. The hidden God. Divine power guards against mental troubles. And the Six of Pentacles comes back out. Okay, so these three cards, they came back for a reason. Excuse me. Divine comfort gives consolation and protects from one's enemies. That intuition, your guidance. For some of you, this is about like you almost immediately want, like I said that in one of the messages today. Shoot first, ask questions later. For some of you, you're realizing why you do this, or like why you overreact to certain people, places, and things. And when I say overreact, I mean like not in the sense that you do something destructive, but you just like maybe you like, oh hell no, you know, like you shun things. It's for a reason. That's going to be revealed to you as well. You're also being gifted confidence, because I'm looking at this angel here and I keep looking at the belly of the angel and how it's hugging her and she seems so like at peace. You're being gifted confidence at this time. Yeah, the star, your solar plexus is being healed. This was another message that I actually picked up on yesterday, but again, I didn't have the time to put out these messages, so it always finds its way to the light. Yeah, someone in the comments in the live chat says, definitely been guarding and staying away from a lot of stuff lately. And it's not to put you in like this, woe is me, I have no friends, I have no family vibes. It's actually to protect your peace. That's all this is about. All the rules and the sins and things, it's literally to protect your peace. A sin is anything that you do that brings harm to yourself, whether it be harmful thoughts or harm to your physical vessel. And that the word sin doesn't need to be feared, but it needs to be acknowledged for what it is. Like, damn, I did sin against myself when I don't know, when you did whatever you did or went wherever, you know, like I did. Like, damn, you know what? I did do that. I did. Lots of cards coming out here. Now, see the Nine of Swords. I did sin against myself when I did this. And you learn lessons from that. Okay, for some of you, anger could be something that you are realizing is a result of your sin. And so you are going to be stepping away from your own personal sin so that you will stop lashing out. I'm seeing that. God liberating the oppressed. Yeah, there's some sort of realization here. And the generous God. Yeah, there's some sort of realization in regards to that. King of Pentacles, the adored God, obedient. Thank you. We love to shun words like this. We love to shun words like sin and obedience. It's just to protect yourself, your peace. Like some people, they love to go and do things because the Bible tells them not to, or because the commandments tell them not to. Those are people that try to be proud and act like there's lawlessness because there is no God or whatever they want to believe. And they go out and do these things and it sins against themselves and causes anger and disharmony and Nine of Swords energy. But King of Pentacles knows that these laws exist for a reason. If I maintain obedience, it will bring harmony and peace and it will calm anger. if I stay away from these sins. It's not about trying to take your power from you. Religion is not trying to take your power from you, or these laws that form religion is not to take your power from you. It's to empower you. But sometimes we just don't like to be told what not to do, and so we go and do it anyways. Like, look, the Six of Swords is like, you don't have to do these things. Like, but I'm going to tell you that it will be best advised if you go this way. This is the healing direction. This is the obedient path that brings harmony and peace and calms anger. But if you decide to go the other way, just know that it will bring disharmony and discomfort. What's the opposite of peace? Disturbance. We'll go with disturbance. It will bring disharmony, disturbance, and it will cause anger. But if you take this way, you will be at peace. It's really quite simple. Seven of Cups. I'm saying it's quite simple, but it's also quite confusing at the same time. So, it is what it is. And the thing is that when you get it, you get it. And when you don't, you don't. But everybody's time comes eventually. Contemplation makes the truth known in legal proceedings. Bottom of the deck, the Two of Pentacles. God who supports the universe. Fortune and fame fulfills any request. And this right here is giving like anything that you want, your heart's desires. There's something here about like, once you fall into alignment with this here, God is, for those of you that align with this, God is protecting you from some sort of actions or something, or like keeping you in these certain bounds before blessing you. God is making you obedient before blessing you, making you realize that sins are literally just things that bring disharmony to you. God is making you realize this so that you can then be blessed within these bounds, so that it can't be taken from you outside of those bounds. God is not trying to get you in these lines to take your power. It's to prepare you for a blessing. It's not to limit you. It's literally doing quite the opposite. Quite the opposite, actually. Like literally the harvest. Ah, yes, harvest is at the bottom of the deck. There's a harvest. Like, because you've fallen into these bounds or these lines that God guided you towards, now you're in alignment. Literally, you're in between the lines, in alignment. So now you can receive your harvest. God was like, I wasn't going to give you this shit outside of alignment. Hell no. Because then it would have been taken from you. I mean, God didn't say shit and hell no. That was me. But you just got to know, man. You just got to know. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. 2244 is a relevant number. Relaxation. Yeah, now you can enjoy the ride, enjoy the flow. Something's going to come with ease. Look at that positivity. And it's also going to be a lot. Yeah, that's why the things are going to flow to you easier, because you're keeping yourself in these lines. You're keeping yourself in alignment. So it takes away the discomfort and it brings harmony and peace. Your mind has to be at peace in order for you to maintain positivity and attract positivity. You are literally allowing yourself to relax now because you are refraining from sinning upon yourself, which is going to make attracting and manifesting those things that you have always been promised come to you with ease. God's like, I did not put these lines here to make you feel like I hate you and I want you to do this because I'm trying to take your fun away. No, I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to heal you. Look at that DNA karma. You've been healing. Oh, how the hell did this card get in here? Hope. I'm giving you hope. You can't have hope outside of these lines, but if you stay in these lines, I promise you hope is yours. Positivity, hope. Now you can exist in this energy, and it's going to make attracting or manifesting what you're supposed to have in this life, what's owed to you in this life, what's promised to you in this life is here. Thank you, whale breach. You've reached that point. Like, it's kind of like, how do I describe that? Okay. You know, the game at like festivals, you have to hold the buttons on the side, and like there's a stream of water on a target, and you have to keep it in the center, the red target, at the whole time. Basically, God has been trying to get you to remain steady in this position, holding these two lines, staying in alignment, staying in this space where you do not sin against yourself long enough to reach the top, because like the stream of water that hits the target, it builds up over time. And now you've reached that build up, that breakthrough point. You've reached it. And so now a divine blessing that comes with ease is yours. Look at that volcano vitality. You reach the top. Something is explosive. Something is breaching. Something is breaking through because you listened. Because you found your way. Come on, God. We love you. I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? I don't remember what that's from. Was that like a Vine or something? I don't know. Back in the day. You will receive some high prize or award. Fortune cookie fortuitous. Bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune. Fate. Fortune cookie fortuitous. You literally are stepping into a fortuitous fate. You're favored. Thank you. Because you listened. You maintained the position. You are favored. Like I said in that other reading, when Queen Cup was talking about you have to choose to be chose, choosing to be chose makes you favored. That's when it flows with ease. That's when you reach your breakthrough, because you are favored, because you chose to be chose. Isn't it beautiful over here? Isn't it peaceful over here? Harvest. God wants you to have that. But God just needed you to see that shit first for yourself. It's literally like a parent telling you, don't do that, and you do it anyways. And he's like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna let them go on their little quest until they realize what the hell I told them at the very beginning when they come running back home. And then you maintain that position at home. In that hermit energy, you maintain that position, and now it's shifted your whole mentality. This is explosive energy. I'm seeing like a firework. Because baby, you're a firework. Now you could show them what you're made of, because you stopped sinning against yourself, which was bringing you disharmony. So you couldn't even create what you were supposed to create to attract what you were supposed to attract, because you were not in alignment with your truth. You were too busy trying to be a rebel without a cause. God is showing you, no, to be of me, in alignment with me, you have to be a rebel with a cause. That's where you find purpose. Sending you so much love, so much light.